So there's one woodworking hack that I feel like nobody really tells you about, and it's super important when you're trying to sand down wood. It has to do with the relationship between wood and water and how to use that to your advantage while you're sanding. So let me tell you how it works, why it works, and how to do it. All right, so we're all done with the belt sander, and as you can see, this is starting to look pretty smooth, but there's still a whole lot of little micro scratches in there that we want to get rid of. Now, there's two ways you can do it. First way is you can stand here with the orbital sander all day long, or you can water raise it. So what is water raising? Well, water raising is a very simple concept. We all know that when water gets into the wood, it swells the fibers. Well, we use that in our advantage when we're sanding. Because when we lightly coat this tabletop with water, it gets into all the grain and the fibers, and it'll raise all those imperfections. So when it's dry, now all those imperfections that you noticed came to the surface. So next time you go to sand that down, they're gone. And this is especially important if you plan on using a water-based stain or sealer, because if you don't water raise it, as soon as you put your sealer on there, it's going to raise it for you, and you don't have a chance to sand them back down now. Instead, you're sanding through varnish and everything else, and you really don't want to do that because it will ruin your finish. So just remember, if you're using anything water-based over your tabletop, always make sure you pre-raise the grain so that doesn't happen after you add your finish. To do this, all you need is a spray bottle and a rag. I'll show you how. Okay, so you just want to lightly mist the tabletop. You don't want to soak it. You don't want to warp your piece. You're just trying to get water into those little imperfections. And always rub it through with your rag. And it should be a nice, even color as you're going. That's how you know that section's finished. There, now it should look like you just put a coat of varnish on this. Now let that dry. So now that it's dry, you can see all those little scratches have come to the surface. So I'm just going to take my random orbit sander with a 120 grit on it, go over the whole thing, and all those scratches will disappear. Now you can water raise this as many times as you deem necessary, but typically I finish off with a 120 on the belt sander, which leaves behind some scratches, water raise it, and then come back with the 120 with the random orbit, and that seems to be good enough. So after the 120, I move up to 180, and then 220 is my finish, and here it is. So this is looking nice and smooth, there's no scratches left in it, and it is ready for stain. So stick around and see the finished product. Here's the finished product, and as you see, the finish is perfectly uniform. It just looks awesome. And if you want to know how to build this entire dining room table, check out this video right here. We also have lots of other videos for you to check out, and please subscribe if you enjoyed it. See you on the next one.